Good afternoon, good evening from a breezy King City, Ontario, Canada. My name's Arslan Kadir, and we're coming to you live for action here in Group B, the third game of the day. And this is set up to be an absolute thriller. Two of the favorites, two of the big guns. British Columbia facing off here against Quebec. Quebec has won the toss and elected to bat. We didn't see the captain bat earlier today, but he's out there now. Shreyas Mova alongside Yashwant Reddy. And electing to bat. We've seen that work well in the last match. Quebec's hoping it's going to work well for them today. They gave a couple of the other players an opportunity in the first match against New Brunswick. They're going to be looking to put a big total here on the board here this afternoon. Harmandeep Bahi had to open the bowling for British Columbia. Two slips in place, third man, fine leg, and we're ready for action. Starts off outside the off stump. Yashwant Reddy, watchful. We know he likes to go after it early, so lost his wicket early in the opening match today. He's going to want to make good here this evening. It is a little bit chilly out there, so you got to keep warm out here. Yashwant ready to face his second delivery from Bahia. And that one's short outside the off stump, but well played there by Reddy, just dabbing that into the offside. Quick single, and he gets his account open. And that's the first run for Quebec, which now brings in the captain, Shreyas Mova, on strike. The Canadian international, of course. Quebec beating New Brunswick quite comfortably by 7 wickets in the morning. They're going to be looking for a similar performance, but this time they've got to set the total. We saw Saskatchewan set 166 in their innings earlier in the second match. Quebec's going to want to repeat. They're going to want to get close to that 160, 170 mark. That looks to be right around 140, 150 seems to be par on this wicket. 160, 170, that's right above par. That's where they were going to want to get to. Shreyas Mova back to the spot that he's used to, opening the batting alongside Yashwant Reddy. We saw a brilliant partnership from these two in the opening match for them in their 10-wicket win. As Bahia now outside the off stump, driven well through the covers. That's going to get through. And Shreyas Mova asking his mate to come back for two. Reddy sends him back. So both men confidently off the mark. 2 runs off the first 3 deliveries, and Bahia hitting his straps here early. Outside the off stump as we start to see a little bit of rain come into play. A play and a miss putt from Yashwant Reddy. Quebec watchful here early. Yashwant Reddy, somebody that likes to go attack the bowling from the get-go, but being watchful, wants to set up the platform for his team. This is the match that they were looking forward to. This is the match in Group B that everyone's looking forward to. Quebec versus British Columbia, the two big guns in Group B. As Yashwant Reddy gets an edge, but this is going to go down to the boundary. Well fielded down there, third man coming across. Went hard at that, threw the kitchen sink at it, managing an outside edge over the slips. The lone slip of Aaron Johnson. He's a tall man, but not able to get up there. And the man at third man running across, doing a fine job for his team, keeping that to 1, saving 3 runs. So again, a good start from Bahia. He's hit his straps early here. He's pulled a good first over for his side. Just 3 runs off 5 deliveries. There it is again, a better line, but this is good running. This is great running. That's good cricket from Quebec. Shreyas Mova, somebody that we know is a very busy cricketer, always moving around the crease, always looking for that single, and does well there. So 4 runs off the first over. Quebec 4 for no loss after 1. And it is going to be another Canadian international, Odebier Walia, to open the bowling alongside Bahia from the northern end. He's going to have a job to do with the bat. He's got a job to do with the ball now here for BC. As we mentioned, we are expecting a little bit of rain. There's just a sprinkling of rain as we speak. We'll see how that affects this match. The other thing to keep note of, the clouds are quite low, which may affect the light as well. So again, something to keep mind of. Odebier Singh Walia. We mentioned a number of times this BC team is sprinkled with a number of Canadian internationals, Odebier Singh Walia being one of them. Played against Nepal last week. Not much opportunity for him, but he's got a job to do here with the ball for British Columbia. And this one coming back into Shriyasmova. And well played, well watched. So again, a good start from Odebier Walia. That's what we want to see from him. We want to see him hit this deck hard, make the batsman play early. We know Shriyasmova is going to be busy. He's not going to get bogged down. They've got to be tight in the ring here. And there again, as we say that, Shriyasmova walking across his stumps, playing this down to the leg side. Just going to manage a single. As Navjot Dosanjh, feeling a short fine leg, moves over. So again, this is a good start from BC. Both these opening bowlers hitting the mark early. They're going to need more of that. They haven't gotten away to a good start, to a fast start as they're used to, Quebec. But again, we know that they have the ability. Yashwant Reddy, a powerful man. He's going to want to get out boundary here early in his innings. And again, extra bounce there from Odebier Walia. Hitting the deck hard. That's what we want to see from the young quick. Hitting the deck hard, but Yashwant Reddy and Shriyasmova coming through for a single. Once again, if you're just joining us, Quebec winning the toss, electing to bat. There's a quite, I wouldn't say a swift breeze, but there is a breeze blowing across the ground. As Odebier Walia in, Shriyasmova once again walking across his stumps. Seems to be off his pads. We'll wait for the umpire's call. It is off his pads. But the important for Quebec, that's another run added to their score. This has been an impressive start from Odebier Singh Walia. He's hitting the deck hard. He looks ready to go. First game for BC today. Second game for Quebec. Hitting the deck hard once again. Now you can hear that grunt, that effort. And Bahia does well at third man, putting in a full-length dive. That was going to run away, but manages to keep it to one. Good effort from Bahia. He's getting high fives from his teammates, as they know this is an important game for both sides. This is going to decide who finishes top of the table in this group. And both teams seem up for the challenge. One delivery to go in the Walia over. As we now see a slip come out. Aaron Johnson moving to short mid-wicket. Trying to account for Shriyasmova walking across his stumps. But again, the opportunity now. Odebier Singh Walia, if he gets full, Shriyasmova is going to... Oh, and as we say that, beaten outside the off stump. So a beautiful first over from Odebier Singh Walia. Exactly what Ravinder Paul Singh would have asked of him. Hit the deck hard. Let's see if there's a little bit of movement. So just 3 runs coming off that over. 8 for no loss. Quebec after 2 overs. BC coming in as one of the favorites. They've got, as I look around, they've got 4 Canadian internationals in their squad. And they also have Nawab Singh Chima, who's played at a competitive level in India, played the T20 just a couple years ago. So they've got a lot of experience in their squad. But it's down to Harmandeep Bahia here to bowl his second over. He bowled a great first over. He's going to come in to Yashwant Reddy. This one, again, short of length, into the ribcage, running hard, and a quick single, and Shreyas Mova is safe. He's quick, Shreyas Mova. We talk about typical keepers, stereotypical keepers. He's one of them. Very active in the crease. Quick between the wickets. Very inventive in his batting as well, and there's somebody that they're going to rely on to get them off to a good start here. They've been watchful early. Shreyas 3 off 6, Yashwant Reddy 5 off 7, 9 for no loss after 2.1. The 2 men out for Bahia. Fine leg and third man. And Shreyas Mova walking down the track, and this one's hit over the top. This is going to go all the way. A couple of bounces down to the boundary for 4. And that's what they wanted, taking him off his length as Shreyas Mova walking down the track brings up the first boundary for Quebec. Harmandeep Bahia, he's been hitting that length, but Shreyas Mova taking that length away from him by walking down the track and hitting that over the top for 4. Once it is a fast outfield, the rain may have slowed it down a little bit, but still fast enough to get to the boundary. You got to get it over there. Once you get it over the infield, it's going to go. As we now see fine leg coming into the ring, deep backward square going back. May we see a short ball here from Bahia. Shreyas Mova walking across the stumps, expecting that short ball, and this is going to go to the boundary. Corralled in by that deep backwards square leg fielder as he runs across. And Shreyas Mova on the move now. 2 runs to him. So 6 runs for 2 balls off his last 2 balls. Mova now up to 9 off 8 with that 1 boundary, and a score up to 15 for no loss after 2.3. Bahia's got to really think about this here. Shreyas Mova making him think. He's walking across his stumps. He's coming down the track. What's he going to do here? Walking down the stumps again, and this time hit out to the man. They put that man out there 2 balls ago, and finds the man at deep backward square leg. So Bahia deciding to bowl a fuller length on that occasion and gets Shreyas Mova off strike. And Yashwant Reddy now, we know he's got the ability. He's gotten off to a slow start here, 5 off 7, but we know the ability that he has. He showed it in the very first game alongside his captain Shreyas Mova. These are the 2 that they look to get them off to a flyer. Not quite a flyer yet, but a decent start from them. 16 for no loss after 2.4. Yashwant Reddy, welcome to the party. This one is deposited over mid-wicket and brings up the first 6 of the innings for Quebec. There's a little bit of fanfare here, folks. And Yashwant Reddy picked that slower ball, got down on one knee, and absolutely deposited it over mid-wicket. That's what we were looking for. That's the Yashwant Reddy we know. Takes his score to 11 and the score for Quebec to 22 for no loss. So again, after a good first over from Bahia, he's been expensive here. 16 runs off the over so far. He's got to find a way to come back in this over. He's got to finish strong. And a better line and a better length and a better delivery overall from Harmandeep Bahia. He's got his hand on his face. He doesn't know how that didn't catch the edge of Yashwant Reddy. But he's still out there. 22 for no loss for Quebec after 3 overs. Yashwant Reddy 11 off 9 with that 6 in that over. Shreyas Mova 10 off 9, 1-4 for him also in that over. So that's the over that they were looking for. Can that kickstart the Quebec innings? 22 for no loss now. And it looks like it is going to be Uday Singh Walia to continue. So it will be Uday Singh Walia to Shreyas Mova. And again, funny business from Shreyas as he walks across his stumps. Middles the ball, but finds the man at mid-on. Nawab Singh Chima there. And again, we said he was a typical keeper. A lot of funny business in the crease. A lot of movement from him. But the one thing I like about Trias, his head is very still. He's moving around the crease, but stays still, keeps his balance. The call was for third man to come up, but he stays back. Other man at deep square leg. This time, back of a length on his legs, but finds the man, Aaron Johnson, mid-wicket. So Trias, 2 dot balls in this over, unable to put him away. But he won't be too fussed with that. They've got off to a decent start. They're going at over 6 runs and over, but they want another big one. They got 16 off that last over. Sorry, 14 off that last over. This time it's driven through the covers. Shreyas Mova is not going to move. And that's a classic cover drive from Shreyas Mova, gone for 4. And I can tell you Mova enjoyed that. He watched that ball all the way to the boundary, so he certainly enjoyed seeing that one trickle across the ground all the way to the boundary for 4. And we said he wasn't going to be too bothered with those 2 dot balls. He's certainly not going to be bothered with that after that boundary. And that's a better comeback delivery from Walia. A little bit of movement back in. And Shreyas Mova just looking to defend that into the offside. They're playing a miss from him. Udaybir Singh Walia, again, hitting this deck hard. He's putting in full effort here. This is full effort from Udaybir Singh. And it's good to see. Like to see the young man running in hard. Hit this deck. Every delivery in T20 cricket, every delivery matters. 120 separate events, and Udaybir Singh Walia and Shreyas Mova in a battle here. Coming down the track is Shreyas Mova, looking to hit him over the top. Came late, but unable to make contact. So Shreyas Mova on the move here, folks. This is going to be entertaining. This is a good battle between these two. Teammates last week, foes this week. They both know they're in a battle. I think Udaybir Singh Walia might have taken that cover drive a little personal. Shreyas Mova watching that all the way. I can tell you, bowlers don't appreciate that too much. But he's come back well. Just 7 runs off 1.5 overs for Udaybir Singh Walia. And again, hitting this deck hard onto the gloves of Shreyas Mova. But they are able to come through for a single. And that brings the end of the 4th over. Quebec 27 for no loss after 4. Harmandeep Bahia, expensive in his last over, so that leads to a bowling change. It is going to be Nawab Singh. Nawab Singh Chima. We mentioned earlier he does have GT20 experience. Played in 3 games for the Brampton Wolves just a couple of years ago. But today he's got a job to do for British Columbia. And he's got to get into his groove here early. Shreyas Mova, he's on the move. 15 off 15, but 2 boundaries. And he's looking to get after the bowling here. That's full, that's pitched up, and that's driven. But it's going to be driven straight to the man, the captain, Ravinder Pal Singh. Hard throw in. Shreyas Mova losing his bat, but he's safe. He is quick. We've said it already on multiple occasions. He's quick and able to get through for that single. It's a good start from Chima. Nawab Singh, that is. He's got to get into his work early. He's had an up-and-down tournament. He's bowled well in spurts. As now the bowling to Yashwant Reddy, who hasn't had much of the strike in the last couple of overs. And that's a big swing and a miss from him. The slip is gone. The 2 men back, third man, deep backward square leg. Fine legs in the circle, mid wickets in the circle, mid ons in the circle, mid off in the circle. Cover, point, backward point as well. Third man is out. So again, a regulation field for Nawab Singh, as he's going to be coming in to bowl to Yashwant Reddy, and Yashwant Reddy looking to go hard at him here. Gives himself a little bit of room, but Nawab Singh follows him. And that's hit the body, and that's hit the body hard. I like this from Reddy. Don't rub it. Don't show weakness to the opposition. Reddy going to continue to come at him. Quebec, we know they like to make full use of the power play, and they're going to try to do it here. They haven't really been able to get away from British Columbia. They've done a good job. They've gone for a few boundaries, but they've done a good job of keeping the scoring in check. Just 28 off 4.3. This time Reddy gets down on one knee, and this is going all the way. The pace of Nawab Singh providing the opportunity. Yashwant Reddy, you can see the smile on his face from here. He enjoyed that as that smashed into the sight screen over the keeper's head for 6. The shot's down the ground, not working for Yashwant Reddy. He says, don't worry about that. I'll go over the keeper's head. It brings up his second 6 of the innings. Quebec now 34 for no loss after the second 6 of the innings for Yashwant Reddy. Oh, and that's what he needed. He just needed to get on one knee, put one over the keeper's head, and this time giving himself a little bit of extra room. Hit through the cover region. Yashwant Reddy, welcome to the party, my friend. He's on the move. 21 off 13 for him now. 2 6s and a 4. And back-to-back 6s. Back-to-back boundaries, I should say, sorry. Nawab Singh started the over off well. Just 1 run off the first 3 deliveries, but 10 runs off the last 2. 11 runs in total off 5 deliveries. He's got to finish his over off well. Quebec on the charge. Nawab Singh Chima in conversation with his captain. I expect we'll see. I suspect we might see a short ball here, folks. There's a man out at deep backward square leg. Aaron Johnson moving back at mid-wicket as well as we see Nawab Singh Chima. And it is a short ball. This one's hit high in the air. Somebody's got to get there. It's going to be Bahia. And there's the first wicket. He was in conversation with his captain right before that ball. You knew something was going to happen. And that pace was there. Yashwant Reddy, he entertained us in his briefings, but he's got to go now as that ball got big on him. He goes for 21 off 14, 2 6s and 1 4. And Quebec now 38 for 1 after 5. One Reddy goes, another Reddy comes into bat. No relation, however. Ravinder Reddy into bat now for Quebec. He batted well early this morning, but with 1 over left in the power play, he's got to do a job. Quebec 38 for 1. Again, probably par score in the power play here. They want to get over 50. They've had a couple of big overs. 11 runs coming off that, but the important wicket of Yashwant Reddy for Nawab Singh. And I'm sure Ravinder Paul Singh, the captain, will trade the 11 runs for that wicket of Yashwant Reddy. And now we're going to see another bowling change from the north end. This man, Aaron Johnson, Was the golden arm for them on the opening day. And now he's been asked to do a job in the power play. He's got one over left in the power play. You know Shrias is going to look to go after him. He's looking to go after him. One over for Aaron Johnson. The 2 men out for him at long off and deep mid wicket. He has been a bit of a golden arm for the British Columbia team, but he's got to also keep it tight. Can't go for too many here in the power play. Can't let Quebec get away here. They've done well so far. Both teams will be happy. It's about even Stevens right now. Quebec losing that important wicket of Yashwant Reddy in the last over. But now it's down to Aaron Johnson to Shreyas Mova. Again, teammates last week, foes this week. As this one down the leg side, this is going to go. Shreyas Mova getting a little bit of bat on it. Navjot Dosanjh after it and just going to keep it to 2. So not going to quite run away to the boundary. But Shreyas Mova, last over the power play, gets 2 runs. Again, shorter on this occasion, and Shreyas Mova running hard. It's in a gap. They're going to get 2 here, and they're going to get 2 comfortably. So another 2 off the bat of Shreyas Mova, and he's motoring along here. Playing a sensible innings. Played second fiddle a little bit to Yashwant Reddy, but now he gets his opportunity, and he's making the most of it. 20 off 18 for him. 4 runs off the first 2 balls, 2 runs off each delivery. Can he find a boundary somewhere? Can you find 2 boundaries somewhere? That's what Shreyas Mova is going to be looking for. Aaron Johnson is going to be looking for that important wicket. This time it's short. It's cut away, but straight to the man at extra cover. Dot ball's gold in the power play here, and Aaron Johnson being asked to do a job and doing it well so far. Just 4 runs off the over. Shreyas Mova coming down the track into the gap. Is it going to go all the way? It is, and we said, can he find a boundary? And he just did. Coming down the track, meeting the ball over mid-wicket, and that's gone for 4 runs. Quebec now 46 for 1. Two balls left in this power play. Aaron Johnson has gone for 8 runs now. 8 runs off 4 deliveries. His job, try and get a wicket if he can. And if he can't, try and keep it quiet. He's got 2 deliveries. Shreyas Mova, however, up for the battle. This time coming down the track again, well defended into the offside. They're going through for a single. Aaron Johnson not quick enough on that occasion, and Shreyas Mova comes through for a single. And now it's down to Ravinder Reddy. He's yet to face a ball. It's the last ball of the power play as well. We know he likes to hit a... We know he likes to go after the bowling. We saw that this morning. What's he going to do here? 1 ball to go on the power play. And says, I want to get my innings off to a good start, so I'm going to play this one right back to you, Mr. Johnson. Well bowled. And that brings us to the end of the power play. 47 for 1 in 6. After the power play, considered even Stevens at this point. I think both teams will be happy. Quebec not getting away from British Columbia. And British Columbia taking the important wicket of Yashwant Reddy, who struggled a little bit early on, but was able to put a few away to the boundary. One of those few, an immaculate scoop shot over the keeper's head for 6. And now, with the end of the power play, we're going to see another bowling change. Nawab Singh, just the 1 over for him. Picked up the important wicket of Reddy. Went for 11, however. And now it's going to be Navjot Dosanjh. And he's going to be bowling at Shreyas Mova. And this is where Mova is very effective. Moves around the crease. Looks to maneuver the field. The field for Dosanjh. 4 men in the ring. 3 on the offside. A 3rd man point cover. Deep cover point. Long off is wide. Long on is also wide. Deep mid-wicket and deep backward square leg. We'll see how Shreyas Mova wants to play this as we see Navjot Dosanjh with his leg spin. This time it's hit through the covers. There is a man out there. He's running across. They're going to come back for 2. And a slight misfield allows them to come back for 2 easily. So another 2 to Sriasmova. And this has been an impressive inning so far. Not too many boundaries for Srias, just the 3. But he's running hard between the wickets, turning the 1s into 2s. We said he was a typical keeper and very characteristic of him early on in this innings. This one looking to drive down the ground, but Navjot Dosanjh well fielded off his own bowling. There is a little sprinkling of rain, folks, so we'll have to keep an eye out on that. Sprinkling of rain. The light's slowly starting to fade as well, so that's certainly going to come into play later on in this game. But for Sriasmova and Ravinder Reddy, they can't worry about that now. As this time it's short outside the off stump, cutting. And well done by the fielder there. We'll get a name for you in just a second. Hit off him, looking for 2, not going to be there. Aaron Johnson does have a good arm, and rightfully so, just staying for 1. That does bring up the 50 for Quebec off 6.3 overs. 50 for 1 and 6.3. Sriasmova 28 off 24. Ravinder Reddy just faced the 1 delivery, yet to trouble the scores. And as we say, that rain slightly starting to pick up. Navjot Dosanjh to Ravinder Reddy. Looks to be a googly there as a first ball. Looking to get through the gap. Not able to do so. Looks to be the captain, Ravinder Paul Singh there. He took the ball off the knee the last delivery, so he is limping. Again, something we'll have to keep an eye out on. This time again, slower outside the off stump. Not able to pierce that gap. The 2 men there patrolling that field. Aaron Johnson, the vice captain, Ravinder Paul Singh, the captain, the 2 men, as we see the rain really starting to pick up now. Ravinder Reddy coming down the track this time, hitting it out to long off. Wasn't working off the back foot, said I'll come down the track and hit you down the ground for a single. And at the end of 7 overs, 51 for 1. It's Quebec. As we see another bowling change. So just the 1 over for Aaron Johnson in the power play. It's going to be Parvinder Sharma from the north end as the rain is really starting to pick up. Don't know how much longer we can stay out here. Parvinder Sharma wide outside the off stump to Reddy, and they're going to run it through for a single. So again, good from Reddy. Get off strike. He's 2 off 5. He's got to be able to do that. Get off strike. Sriasmova going well here. 28 off 24 for him. 3 boundaries to his name. But again, a good start from Parvinder Sharma. Just the 1 run now off the first delivery. Sriasmova looking to guide that to third man. He does. And again, this might be buzzers, and it is. As there's a bad throw from Bahia. And again, the ball slipping out of his hand. Rain getting harder and harder now. Rain getting harder and harder now, and slipping out of Bahia's hand. Coming through for the second run is Sriasmova. So a freebie for him. The score now 54 for 1. As we see players, umpires, staff starting to move around. I want to make sure that they're ready just in case this gets any harder. This one pitched up in the air, given flight, but Sriasmova into the gap. Well fielded down there by Udaybir Singh Walia. That's impressive stuff as he comes to cut that across and keeps it to just 1 run. Sriasmova meeting that on the full toss. Disappointed in himself not putting that into the gap before. But down to Ravinder Reddy now. He's got to get his innings moving here. He's just 2 runs off 5 deliveries. time, coming down the track, looking to hit this straight. And he does hit it straight down the ground. This is going to be the first boundary for Ravinder Reddy. And as we said, he needs to get his innings moving, and he certainly does so with that hit straight down the ground off Pravinder Sharma for 4. Pravinder Sharma to continue. And that one is played right back to the bowler. And again, you may see some men walking across the camera. It's because they're scurrying to get to the covers. Pravinder Sharma to continue to ready. This time getting down on one knee. He gets some bat on it. This is going to run away. Aaron Johnson in chase, but it's going to be in vain as this is going to go all the way down to the boundary. Oh, and that's a wide. It's 5 wides. My apologies. I thought he got a little bit of bat on it. Not to be. So free runs for Quebec. They'll take it. As that's 5 wides, and he's going to have to bowl that again. So this is now becoming an expensive over from Pravinder Sharma. 13 runs off it so far. This time Reddy coming down the track once again, meeting it. And going to be a dot ball. And then that's it. The rain just getting a little bit too much. They are going to come off. Shreyas Mova motoring along well. 31 off 26. Ravinder Reddy just getting his innings going. Kick-starting his innings. He's 6 off 8 with the boundary. Quebec 64 for 1 after 8 overs. And unfortunately, this looked to be the game of the day. But we're going to have to come off for rain. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. We'll keep you updated. We'll keep you posted as the rain is starting to get a little bit heavier. We're hoping to get a game in. I'm Marcelin Kadir, so I'm going to sign off for now. But I hope you'll join us. I hope that we'll be back shortly to continue this game through because it's turning out and it's looking like it's going to be a cracker. Thank you once again for tuning in, and we'll be back shortly. Welcome back from King City, Ontario. We are back live. We've lost 10 overs, however. Quebec into bat. My name's Arsalan Kadir, and we're ready to play. The clouds have cleared. The rain's gone. Shreyas Mova to face. Nawab Singh Chima to bowl. Ravinder Reddy at the non-striker's end. So as we have it, the playing conditions, 10 overs per team now. Which means that BC's got 2 overs to bowl. Quebec in a good position. At 64 for 1 after 8. They've got 2 overs to do some damage. 2 overs per bowler, which means Udaybir Singh Walia, done. Harmandeep Bahia, done. Nawab Singh Chima with 1 over to go to bowl the 9th. And this one hit down the ground, running hard. Bahia is going to be at long on, and he's going to collect that nice and easy. And just a single to start the 9th over. For Shreyas Mova getting off strike, bringing Ravinder Reddy to the strike. So again, power play's done. The power play for BC is going to be for 3 overs. But all you have to worry about now is 11 deliveries left in the Quebec innings. They're 65 for 1 after 8.1. Ravinder Reddy 6 off 8. Shreyas Mova 32 off 27 with 3 boundaries to his name. Ravinder Reddy can't hit a big ball. He's going to be looking to do so off the 11 deliveries left. This time outside the off stump, he's going to drive this through the covers. They're running hard. You can hear the noise from the background. That's from the Quebec camp as they come back for 2. So a good start from them. No boundaries yet. Chima will be happy with that. But 3 runs off the first 2 balls for Quebec. The score, 67 for 1. Duckworth Lewis will be involved in this game. It is going to have a say. But for Quebec, they've only lost 1 wicket in the 8 overs that they faced prior to the rain delay. And so they'll be very happy with that. Now, just 2 overs, 10 deliveries left. And it's going to be Nawab Singh Chima to Ravinder Reddy. This time coming down the track, he plays this down the ground. Shreyas Mova, he's quick between the wickets. Not going to be quick enough as Ravinder Paul Singh at long off collects. And as you can see for BC, the field's for Chima. Man out at third man. Fine leg in the ring. Deep backward square leg. Mid wicket in the ring. Long on. Long off. Deep cover. Man on the ring at cover. Man in the ring at point. Third man now coming in. Man going out to the ring, mid-wicket being brought to square leg, and deep backward square leg now brought to mid-wicket. So Ravinder Paul Singh calling in the changes. This is a heavyweight clash between Quebec and BC. The winner of this tops the table. Shreyas Mova facing up to Nawab Singh Chima. This one full again into the block hole. This is hit out to mid-wicket, but again, that field change by Ravinder Paul Singh hit straight to the man, so just a single there. This has been a good over so far. 4 deliveries, just 5 runs off it. Nawab Chima doing a job for his team, finding the block hole on that occasion to Shreyas Mova. Now it's down to Ravinder Reddy. He's 9 off 10. Just a lone boundary in his innings to date. 2 balls to go in the 9th over. And you can hear, you may be able to hear the shouting from Ravinder Paul Singh. He wants to make sure his fielders are in the right positions. Third man in the ring, Ravinder Reddy. This time hit in the air. This is going to be caught. It is caught. Nawab Singh Chima ecstatic at that one as he picks up the important wicket of Ravinder Reddy, who's got to go. Looking to do a job for his team. Goes out, has to go, looking to hit that over cover. Managing to find the man. Bhupinder Singh Sohal that was at cover. So score now 69 for 2 off 8.5. 7 deliveries to go. They've got to make use of every single delivery. As the new batsman, Suresh Ramkissoon, the left-hander. Nawab Singh Chima, one delivery to go in his spell. And he's going to be bowling to Shreyas Mova. They were able to cross. So Mova on strike. One delivery to go in the 9th over. Quebec now 69 for 2. This time, some funny business in the crease by Shreyas Mova, but hit out to mid-wicket, and it's just going to be a single. So a quiet over. Just the 6 runs coming off the over. And the important wicket of Ravinder Reddy. So a brilliant over after the rain delay from Nawab Singh Chima. His spell is done. He's got 2 for 16 off his 2 overs. Quebec now 70 for 2 after 9. And we'll wait to see who's going to bowl this over. And again, if you're just joining us, thank you for tuning in. Coming to you live from King City, Ontario. Quebec winning the toss, choosing to bat. They were 64 for 1 after 8 overs, and that's when the heavens opened up. We had a rain delay, so we've lost 10 overs. Quebec having a bat for 2 overs. They're 70 for 2 after 9, 6 runs coming off that 9th over. And it looks like it is going to be Ravinder Paul Singh to bowl the final over of the Quebec innings. This is an interesting call from the captain. Again, a part-time bowler is Ravinder Paul Singh, more known for his batting antics, but calling his own number to do a job with the ball. The field for Ravinder Paul Singh, the short third man, backward point, man out on the cover boundary, extra cover in the ring, long off, long on, deep mid-wicket, deep backward square leg, and a man in the ring at leg slip. We'll see if this works to plan for Ravinder Paul Singh. Not who you would have expected to bowl this over, but it is going to be Ravinder Paul Singh to Shreyas Mova. Ambling in, and this time hit into the deep, running hard. This does find a gap. It's not going to find the boundary. Yes, it is, as this goes through the legs of the fielder at deep mid-wicket, and that's 4 runs. That's 4 runs to Shreyas Mova. 4 runs to Shreyas Mova, and that's not what BC would be been looking for. First ball from Ravinder Paul Singh. He's ambling in, trying to find the block hole. Not finding it on that occasion. Shreyas Mova carved that out to the deep mid-wicket boundary. Goes between the legs of the fielder down there, going for 4, and that's an ideal start to the 10th over for Quebec. This time again, and it's been left alone. Shreyas knew what he was doing, as he knew that was wide, indeed called a wide. And so far, just one delivery, one legal delivery is over, and this decision to bring himself on, not working for BC. Short of length again. This time it's hit over the offside. It is into the gap. Fielder getting across to it is not going to get there. And that's another boundary to Shreyas Mova. The camp is ecstatic. Shreyas Mova is ecstatic. That fist pump, you can see it on your screen. They know how important this game is, and Shreyas Mova, as captain, is doing a job. 42 off 31 now. 5 boundaries to his name. Ravinder Paul Singh took the challenge to bowl the 10th over, not paying off. 2 legal deliveries in the over. Both have gone for 4. A wide in between. Shreyas Mova doing a job as captain. He's been in fine form so far in this tournament. This time, Fuller this time, hit through the offside. It's to the left of the man. He is going to be able to come across and cut it off, but the misfield allows the batsman to come back for 2. Mova dropping his bat, but no harm done as he is able to amble through for a second run. Quebec now passes 80, 81 for 2 in 9.3. Again, this score will be adjusted. BC wants to make sure they get a few wickets here. 3 deliveries to go, 81 for 2. This is going to be a big total in 10 overs for Quebec. And this time, hit out to the deep. Shreyas Mova disappointed. It was in the slot, but just going to get the 1. again, they got to get as many as they possibly can. The wickets don't really matter for BC. The wickets matter because those equal dot balls. Suraj Ramkissoon now to face his first delivery. It is going to be Ravinder Pal Singh. 82 for 2 off 9.4. 2 deliveries to go in this over. This time, back of a length. Ramkissoon running hard. Ravinder Pal Singh choosing not to throw. Wisely slow. And Ramkissoon doing the right thing, getting his captain back on strike. Shreyas Mova, 45 off 33. The score for Quebec, 83 for 2. 1 delivery to go. They'll be looking for a 6. A 6 will bring up his 50. This time it's in the slot. He's hit that high. It's handsome. It's gone. Shreyas Mova launches the final delivery of the over for 6. The final delivery of the innings for 6 and brings up his 50. 51 off 34 for Shreyas Mova. What an end to the innings that is from Quebec, and they are absolutely ecstatic. Quebec finishing off 89 for 2 in their allotted 10 overs. What an innings that is from the captain. An incredible innings from Shreyas Mova. An incredible last over. Ravinder Pal Singh said, I'll take it upon myself to bowl this last over. Goes for 19 in the final over. So with that, Quebec ends their innings at 89 for 2 after 10. They were 64 for 1. They were 64 for 1 after 8. Then the heavens opened up, rain delay. And after the rain, they finished on 89 for 2. So we'll wait to see what BC has to chase. But Shreyas Mova has played an absolutely epic innings. 51 off 34 for him. 5 fours, 1 6. He had good support from Yashwant Reddy to begin the innings. 21 off 14. Ravinder Reddy did his part. 9 off 11. And Suraj Ramkissoon just facing that 1 delivery, bringing his captain back on strike for that 1 run. For BC, Nawab Singh bowled well, 2 for 17 off his 2 overs. Not much else to write home about. Udaybir Singhwalia bowled well, but wicketless. 2 overs, none for 8. And with that, Quebec finishing 89 for 2. We'll wait to see what the DL score will be. I'm Arslan Kadir, and we'll be back after a short break. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We're back for the second innings. My name's Arslan Kadir. And hold on to your seats. We're in for a thriller here. 10-over game. Quebec winning the toss, electing to bat. They were 64 for 1 after 8. The heavens opened up. Rain fell. We lost 10 overs. Quebec came out to bat. 2 overs to go. And Shreyas Mova said, that's all I need. Ending on 51 off his 34. 5 fours and a 6. Quebec 89 for 2. But after losing 10 overs, we do have a revised target. We do have a revised target. So the target for BC in their 10 overs is going to be 114 to win. Quebec only losing 1 wicket before the rain. That really helped them. Then they got to 89 for 2. Last over going for 19. 25 runs in 2 overs they managed. Off the 2 overs they were made to bat after the rain. But now it's time for the BC innings. We've got a change at the top. Dilpreet Bajwa to open the batting alongside Aaron Johnson. It's going to be Dilpreet Singh Bajwa to open the batting alongside Aaron Johnson. And it looks to be... And this one going hard at it early, and that's how they want to start. He's been sent to the top to do a job, and he starts off well, hitting the first ball for 4. Verinder Sidhu to open the bowling, and that's not the start that he would have wanted. His first ball being put away to the square leg boundary for 4. They've got 10 overs to make 114. They've got 10 wickets to do it with. And Dilpreet Singh Bajwa started off well. And there it is again, played on the offside, gets the single, so 5 off 2 now on Shreyas Mova, athletic as ever. Did a job for the team with the ball. He's doing a job behind the stumps now. He's got to do a job as captain. And saving buzzers there. Dilpreet Singh Bajwa, he's off and running, 5 off 2 for him. Alongside him, he's got Canadian international Aaron Johnson. Aaron Johnson, we know, can hit a big ball. He's got to start off well here. He likes to be watchful. Can't be watchful for too long. They've got a big chase ahead of them. They need 109 more runs in 58 balls. 114 runs they've got to make in the 10 allotted overs. As we see Aaron Johnson to face. And this one is hit all high. Handsome. Well over the top. This is going to go all the way. We said he's got to start off well. We said he can't have too many siders. He didn't need any siders as he's hit his first ball over long on for a mighty 6. That made an absolute bang off that bat of Aaron Johnson. I said hang on to your seats, folks. This is going to be a game, and this is going to be a chase. BC not shying away. This game is for all the marbles. Who's going to finish top of the table? Who's going to finish top of the table? Is it BC? It will be BC if they can make 114 in their 10. Is it going to be Quebec? It is going to be Quebec if they can restrict BC under that 114 mark. But British Columbia has started off well. And with that 6, it seems like we've lost the ball. That's gone just to the left of the net. Just left of the net. So we're going to have a little bit of a delay as we look to find this ball. Again, this ball only 3 balls old. But already 11 runs off of it. And not the start that Quebec were hoping for after their innings. 11 for no loss off 3 deliveries. Aaron Johnson, Dilpreet Singh Bajwa. They're coming at this total. They want to win this game. They want to finish top of the table. Ontario safe on the other side. They're going to finish top of the table in their group. The loser of this game is going to go ahead face Ontario in the semifinals. So all to play for here. And it is going to be now Verinder Sidhu to continue. They've found the ball. And they checked. It's fine. Aaron Johnson. And now Shreyas Mova was looking like he wanted to come up to the stumps. Has decided to stay back. And Verinder Sidhu, he's got to find his spots now. He's got to find his areas. Aaron Johnson hitting this one through the offside. There is cover out there. It looks like Deepak Pabla out on the cover boundary. So just a single. Both these batsmen getting their innings going, hitting a boundary, getting off strike. This is a good start for BC, an ideal start for BC. They need 11 runs and over, just over 11 runs and over. And they've got that already. 12 off 4 deliveries. Verinder Sidhu here now to Dilpreet Singh Bajwa. Walking down the track, and he hits this one, carved this one to mid-wicket. It is stopped in the ring, but they're able to get through for a single. Bajwa walking down the track. In the field for Sidhu, the 2 men out at deep cover and long off. 3 men behind square on the offside. 3 men behind square on the offside. Cover on the ring, extra cover on the ring, I should say, sorry. Mid-on, mid-wicket, and deep and backward square leg. Aaron Johnson again, this time it's hit over the 3 men in the ring, and that's going to cap off the over with a 4. The ideal start for British Columbia as the score races away to 17 for no loss after 1. Could not have asked for a better start for British Columbia. 3 boundaries in that over, 2 4s and a 6. Aaron Johnson racing away to 11 off 3. Dilpreet Singh Bajwa 6 off 3. And Verinder Sidhu going for 17 off his first over. And apologies, I failed to mention this. It is only a 3-over power play, so they've got to go hard. They've got to take advantage of this power play. Only 3 overs. And it's going to be Ramki Gangasani. This is one of their leading bowlers for Quebec, somebody they rely heavily on. He's got to do a job for the team here. Dilpreet Singh Bajwa to face, as we just mentioned, an ideal start for British Columbia. Walking down the track again, this time going over the top. This is going to be a leading edge, but gets over the man as short third man. He's able to corral in, but Aaron Johnson, alert as ever, comes back for 3. And luck going British Columbia's way there, as that was the lead. That was off the edge. Just getting over the man at short third man. Not getting to the boundary, but they do get 3. So again, another good start to the over for BC. They've raced away to 20 off for no loss after 1.1. They know the task at hand. It is a tall task, but they're doing it well here. They're ahead of the required rate. They're ahead of the required rate already. 20 for no loss after 1.1. And Quebec, a little bit tense. You can feel the tension in here. You can cut the tension in this ground with a thread. Long off now gone back. Long on also back to Aaron Johnson. As this one is pitched up, it's short. He's looking to pull it. He hasn't connected. Sidhu going back. He's going to fall short, but he collects on the bounce. A run-out opportunity potentially. No. Dilpreet Singh Bajwa, there was a slip, but he does manage to get back. So just saving to 1. Aaron Johnson, it wasn't short enough, but he wanted to get under it. Just getting it high on the bat, high in the air. So just going to be a single there. And now the field changes for Bajwa as the men go out on the square boundaries. They're out straight for Johnson. They're out square for Bajwa. Short of the leg delivery, and this one's hit high in the air. But again, luck going BC's way early in this innings. That falls into the no man's land again. Smiles on the faces of the BC players. Smiles on the faces of the Quebec players, I should say. They know. They're hoping that the luck will turn. They're hoping that the luck will turn. 23 for no loss now. 22 for no loss after 1.3. Aaron Johnson, 12 off 4. 1-4, 160 his name. Back on strike against Gangasani. And this one going again. There's another edge. We said they were hoping for the luck to turn. It's not going to turn on that delivery as the outside edge finds the boundary for 4. British Columbia is off to the races. They're well ahead of the rate here. 26 on the board after just 1.4. Edges falling into no man's land. Edges going for 4. They're going to need some luck here, BC, to chase it down, and they're getting all the luck right now as the score is raced away to 26 for no loss after 1.4. Aaron Johnson short of a length this time. Aaron Johnson not able to connect. A little bit of confusion. Don't know what Aaron Johnson is asking for. He's just missed that ball. It's just back of a length. Not rising maybe to the like of Aaron Johnson. But that's an important dog ball for Gangasani in this over. He's gone for 9 off his 5 deliveries. He's got to finish this over off well here. Short again, and Aaron Johnson, this is high in the air. 2 fielders converging. This would be a brilliant catch. He's not going to get there. And again, that elite top edge falling into no man's land. This time, able to come back for 2. So luck going Aaron Johnson's way, going British Columbia's way in that over. A well-bowled over from Gangasani. Not getting the rewards, however, as that over goes for 11. The score now after 2, British Columbia, 28 for no loss. We've had 2 thrillers. The third match of each day on day 1 and day 2 have been absolute thrillers. It looks as though this is going to be a repeat. Another thriller on the cards here. British Columbia versus Quebec. 2 heavyweights. As we now see a bowling change, it looks like it's going to be Yashwant Reddy, the opening batsman. The opening batsman for Quebec. He played a role with a bat. He's being asked to play a role now with the ball. Tough task, however. Last over of the power play. British Columbia 28 for no loss. 1 over to go in the power play. Remember, only a 10 over game. Target is 114 off 10. Yashwant Reddy, this one outside the off stump, and it's high in the air, over long on, and once again starts the over with a 4. And another ideal start to the over for British Columbia as this one hit high over top long on. Sorry, mid on, who's in the ring for 4. Not how Yashwant Reddy would have wanted to start that over, but exactly what Bajwa was looking for. .32 for no loss. The calls for 1 wicket. They're looking for that wicket. They need a wicket in this power play. The 2 men out now at long on and deep point. This one's short again. This one's hit through the gap. Luck going BC's way. This one finds the gap between short third and point, and that races away to the boundary for 4. British Columbia, what did you have for lunch? What did you have during the rain delay? Absolutely racing here. Dilpreet Singh Bajwa, 18 off 7. 3 boundaries to his name. Aaron Johnson, 18 off 7. 2 4s and a 6. This one again. This one over square leg. Dilpreet Singh Bajwa is absolutely racing here. Another boundary. So 3 4s to start this over for Yashwant Reddy. Not going the way of Quebec early on in this innings. And they've raced away to 40 for no loss in 2.3. And Dilpreet Singh Bajwa, he's in a hurry. He's in an absolute hurry. He wants to finish this off in less than 10 overs. He's hit the first ball over mid-on. He's hit the second ball through point. He's hit the third ball over square leg. He wants to find all the boundaries here. Yashwant Reddy now, 4th delivery. This one again short. This is going to go. This time it does find the fielder. It finds the fielder at square leg and allows everyone to take a deep breath. Yashwant Reddy, he's got to find a way to limit the damage in this over. He's gone for 12 off the first 3. Dot ball that last delivery. Can he limit the damage in this over? This time, hit over mid-off. This is again going to fall safe. It's going to race away. It is going to go for 4. Another boundary to Dilpreet Singh Bajwa. We said he's going to have to limit the damage. Not on that occasion. And 4 4s now. 4 4s now for Dilpreet Singh Bajwa in this over. 5 deliveries. It's already gone for 16. This is a huge over for British Columbia. Yashwant Reddy was asked to do a job, not able to do so far. He's got 1 delivery left. This time, Bajwa going again, hitting down the ground. And that's an ideal end. Not the ideal over, but an ideal end to the over for Yashwant Reddy with a dot ball. So 2 dot balls in the over, but the other 4 deliveries all going for 4s. The score now, after the limited power play, 3 over power play, the score for British Columbia, 44 for no loss. After 3, Dilpreet Singh Bajwa has raced away to 26 off 10, 5 boundaries to his name. Aaron Johnson, 18 off 7, 2 boundaries and a 6 to his name. And they've brought the required rate down to 10. It started off at 11, it's down to 10. And now, in comes the danger man. We're going to see the main spinner for Quebec, which is Param Joshi. Param Joshi, he's gonna have to break this partnership here for Quebec. The power play's done, so the 5 men out. Deep cover, long off, long on. Deep mid wicket and deep square leg. The lone man in the ring on the leg side is that man at short fine. Short third man, point in the ring. Cover on the ring as well. Param Joshi to Aaron Johnson. This one's short and hit high. It's a half an appeal. That's a good start from Param Joshi. They're going to need more of those. Quebec's going to need more of those, but a good start. Aaron Johnson still looking to go hard at this bowling. He watched all the damage in the 3rd over from the non-strikers end. It's his turn now. This one again has gone through him. Param Joshi not giving this ball any air whatsoever. Stump to stump line, bowling around the wicket to Aaron Johnson. This one, it's full. It's hit into the deep mid wicket, but it's just going to be a single. So again, this is a great start to the over for Param Joshi. Exactly what Shreyas Mova would have been asking him for. Just the 1 run off 3 deliveries so far. This is the over for Quebec. This is the spell for Quebec. Param Joshi, he's the man. Dilpreet Singh Bajwa going for the swing. There's a loud appeal, and he's giving him. He's not giving him. Umpire Shanti Kumar has got to stop raising that left hand. That clicker. I've been told that when he gives a decision, it's with his right hand, not his left. So I saw that hand going up. But no damage whatsoever. We can get excited here. No excitement out there, as that's another dot ball for Param Joshi. And this time, Bajwa out to the deep. There is a man out there. Again, we mentioned it is the end of the power play. So they've got 5 men out, 3 men out on the leg side, and finds Deepak Babla at the deep mid-wicket boundary. So another single, just 2 runs off this over. This is a brilliant over for Param Joshi. This is an important spell for Quebec. 1 ball to go in this over. Param Joshi to Aaron Johnson. And this is played out into the leg side again. So that's a brilliant, absolutely brilliant over from Param Joshi given the circumstances. They were 44 for no loss in 3. They're 47 for no loss after 4. And Param Joshi just gone for 3 in that over. A very, very important over. And given the circumstances, he might have leveled out. British Columbia were ahead after the power play, but after that over, you never know. 3 runs only off the Param Joshi over, and now it's going to be, it looks to be the left arm spin of Suraj Ramkissoon. He ran hard between the wickets and faced 1 delivery when he batted earlier. He's now has a job to do with the ball. It's a brilliant over for Param Joshi, just going for 3. Now it's down to Ramkissoon with his left arm spin. What can he do? He's got to replicate that over. He's got to keep it tight, stump to stump. Aaron Johnson on strike. He's 20 off 11. Dilpreet Singh Bajwa at the non-strikers end. He's 27 off 13. This is the start BC would have hoped for. But Quebec crawling back into this game after the last over from Param Joshi. Ramkissoon in, and this one's hit high in the air. It's going to find the gap. Has it gone all the way? No, it hasn't. 1 bounce 4. So just too much room there for Aaron Johnson to free up his arms, and he does so brilliantly, as that now brings up to 50 for British Columbia in the 5th over. 51 for no loss after 4.1. Remember, they're chasing a target, an adjusted target of 114 and 10. They've got 63 runs to go in 35 balls. Ramkisoon has got to do better here. The first delivery going for 4. He's got to peg this over back. Aaron Johnson to face. This time sweeping, and this is another boundary to Aaron Johnson. A premeditated shot, and he's pulled that to the deep square leg boundary for 4. And this is the over. They can afford that one light over as they're now going after Ramkisoon. He's gone for 8 now off 2 deliveries. British Columbia 55 for no loss. Ramkisoon has got to find a wicket. Quebec has got to find a wicket. They got to find a way to break this partnership. It's going to be over in no time if they don't. They've got off to an absolutely brilliant start, has British Columbia. Ramkisoon back into Aaron Johnson. This time, smart cricket there from Aaron Johnson. He's got the runs that he wanted. Back to you, Mr. Bajwa. Back to you, sir, as he gets off strike with that single. So 9 runs coming off the first 3 deliveries of Ramkisoon. 4.3 overs gone. British Columbia 56 for no loss. Ramkisoon now to Bajwa. This one, it's hit over the top. He hasn't gotten it, but it's going to fall short of the man. It looks like Gangasani coming across from long off. And just going to be the single. Bajwa not slowing down. Bajwa not slowing down. Ramkisoon just 2 singles off the last 2 deliveries after the first 2 went for 4. And this time Aaron Johnson sweeping once again, getting it on the full, past the man at square leg, and that's another boundary to Aaron Johnson. 3 boundaries in the over to Aaron Johnson, and again, this is a big over. Can Ramkisoon limit the damage? 14 runs off of the over so far. 3 boundaries, 2 singles. The score now 61 for no loss in 4.5. This is an incredible start from British Columbia. An absolutely incredible start. But they've got to do a job now. Quebec, who's going to be the man? Who's going to put his hand up for the team? Who's going to take a wicket? Who's going to create half a chance? Ramkisoon to Aaron Johnson. This time going over the top. There is a man out there, but it's going to clear him, and it's going to clear him comfortably. Aaron Johnson driving this ball from his crease over top the man at deep extra cover. And going all the way for 6, an absolutely huge over for British Columbia. 20 runs coming off it. Aaron Johnson showing his class. 67 for no loss after 5 overs is British Columbia. The required rate now under 10. With 5 overs to go, just 47 runs needed. This is doable. This is very doable. They got 67 off the first 5. Aaron Johnson, 39 off 16, 5 4s and 2 6s to his name. Dilpreet Singh Bajwa, 28 off 14 to him, 5 boundaries to his name. It's been an incredible opening partnership here for British Columbia. 5 overs to go. This should be rudimentary now. They've turned this game around, have Dilpreet Singh Bajwa and Aaron Johnson. They've turned the game in this favor. But this is the over. This is the over for Quebec. Param Joshi, their number 1 spinner. He's bowled well throughout this tournament. He bowled a brilliant first over, only going for 3. And now it's down to him again. He's going to be coming into bowl to Dilpreet Singh Bajwa. He needs a wicket. They need a wicket from him. So this time it's short. It's hit through the offside. It's going to find the man on the boundary. So just a single to Bajwa. And Johnson comes back on strike. He's going on a strike rate of 243, folks. 243. Bajwa going at what looks to be Test cricket at 193 compared to what Aaron Johnson is doing here. 39 off 16 to him. And this time sweeping once again. There isn't a man there. Aaron Johnson now playing with the field as that one's gone all the way for 6. He's got a good piece of willow in his hands as he's making this look effortless. Aaron Johnson racing away to 45 off 17. I don't have the stats on the fastest 50 in this tournament, But this could be it. We could be watching it here. 45 off 17 for him. Strike rate of 264. They're going at a run rate of just under 14. The required rate now under 9. They've brought it all the way under 9. The score, 74 for no loss after 5.2. Quebec would have been confident going in at the halfway mark. They don't look as confident now as they ring in the changes. 4 men out now on the leg side. No man out on the offside. Just long off. Long off, long on. Deep mid-wicket. A second deep mid-wicket. Deep backward square leg. So 4 men out now on the leg side to Aaron Johnson. What's he going to do here? Giving himself a little bit of room. Looking to carve that through the offside. Just manages the inside edge down to long on. Just a single. There's something happening on every delivery. This is what happens when you have 10 overs aside. Dilpreet Singh Bajwa now on strike to Padam Joshi. Padam Joshi is bowled well. None for 11 off 1.3. Can he get a wicket? This time Bajwa going over the top. Deepak Babla under it. And he's going to take this catch comfortably. And that's the wicket they wanted. Aaron Johnson clapping his partner, Bajwa, as he's played a hand. He's got his team off to a start. 29 off 16 for him. Out for the team. Out playing for the team as he's looking to get this done in a hurry. He has to go. But Padam Joshi, we said he's bowled well all tournament. He bowled well today. None for 11 off his 1.3 overs. And the important wicket of Dilpreet Singh Bajwa. But the important note for British Columbia, Aaron Johnson still out there, 46 off 18. And he's joined now by the captain, Ravinder Paul Singh. We all know what he can do. 100 on T20 debut. He doesn't need 100 today. They just need 39 runs off 26 balls. British Columbia well ahead of this game in this chase. Padam Joshi now, he picked up the important wicket of Dilpreet Singh Bajwa. Can he snipe out another? He's only got 2 deliveries left in his spell. What can he do here? He's doing a job for his team, but he needs another wicket. Ravinder Paul Singh to face. Ravinder Paul Singh just playing that into the leg side. All the men on the boundary. He's going to come back for 2. He's running hard, and they pick up the 2 that they wanted. Smart batting there from the captain, just playing that out into the leg side and picking up 2 runs for his team. The start that Aaron Johnson and Dilpreet Singh Bajwa have given them, they don't need to do anything special from here on forth. They need to just keep picking up those boundaries when they come and keep picking up these runs when they're on offer. And they're on offer there as Ravinder Paul Singh finds the gap. We mentioned there's 4 men out in the ring. 4 men out on the outfield. 4 men on the boundary. And Ravinder Paul Singh says, you're going to give me all that space. I'm going to take you for 2. So Padam Joshi with a great spell given the circumstances. 1 for 15 off his 2 overs. British Columbia now 79 for 1 after 6. They're 35 away. The required rate under 9. This has been brilliant batting from British Columbia. Dilpreet Singh Bajwa, the man out. He made 29 off the 16 deliveries that he faced. Hit 5 boundaries. Aaron Johnson not out, 46 off 18. 5 boundaries and 3 sixes to his name. Ravinder Paul Singh, the captain, has joined him. It's captain and vice captain out there. And Ravinder Paul Singh, 2 balls and 2 fours that haven't passed the 30-yard circle. The score now 79 for 1 after 6. And Shreyas Mova, the captain of Quebec, now bringing in Ramki Gangasani. Padam Joshi, one of his main strike bowlers, is done. His day's done. Ramki Gangasani, he's got 1 left. He went for 11 in the power play in his first over. But he needs to pick up a couple wickets here. He needs to pick up at least 1 for his team. He's got to get one of these 2. Aaron Johnson, 46 off 18. This time down the leg side. Look to be the slower ball. Look to be the leg cutter. But it's going to be a wide. And that's something at this stage that you cannot afford if you're Quebec. So we'll try that again. Ramki Gangasani, first ball for wide. Pulling the first ball of his second over. And this time it's pitched up, hit over the top. There is a man out there. Deepak Babla takes his second catch of the match. And that's the wicket they wanted. You can tell from the reactions of the Quebec men. That's the wicket they wanted. And Gangasani has delivered. Aaron Johnson has to go. He doesn't want to go, but he's got to go. British Columbia now 80 for 2 in 6.1. Aaron Johnson departs for 46 off 19. And the new man, one Canadian international goes, another Canadian international comes to bat. It is going to be Bhupinder Singh Sohal. 80 for 2, just 34 needed off 23 deliveries. BC, they bat deep. Seems to be one Canadian international after another. And Bhupinder Singh Sohal to face his first delivery. Ravinder Paul only faced 2 deliveries so far. So they got the 2 set batsmen out, Quebec. Can it be a change of the tide? Can they get a couple cheap overs out? Can they get a couple cheap wickets here? That's what they'll be looking for. So 80 for 2 after 6.1. Bhupinder Singh to face his first delivery. And this again down the leg side, just manages to clip that way off his pads. There is a man out there at the fine leg boundary. It is Param Joshi doing the job down there. So just a single and he gets off strike right away. He gets off the mark off his first delivery. Bhupinder Singh 1 off 1. Ravinder Paul Singh just about to face his third delivery. 2 fairly new batsmen here. Quebec breaking the partnership and then getting both openers out in consecutive overs. That's what they would have wanted. They're 80 for 2. They're well ahead of this game here as British Columbia. Quebec looking to peg them back. Slower ball from Gangasani. But Ravinder Paul Singh able to nudge that into the offside for a single. Calm head on his shoulders, Ravinder Paul Singh. He was able to finish the game against Saskatchewan on day 1. He's looking to finish this game here now against Quebec. Again, this is a top of the table clash between British Columbia and Quebec. And it's been an absolute thriller. As we see Gangasani now to Bhupinder Singh. And this time is a loud appeal. There's a loud appeal. Umpire walking away, not to be. Bhupinder Singh looking to carve that down to his fine leg. There is a man out there. So unsure of the thinking there from Bhupinder Singh. He's better off looking to hit this ball down the ground. They don't need to do anything fancy here. Just 9 runs required per over. But this is a great comeback over from Gangasani. He went from 11 in his first. He's only gone for 3 with a wide so far in this, but he's got the big wicket of Aaron Johnson. Looking for another. This one again. Looking for a repeat of that previous shot is Bhupinder Sohal and just managing a leg by. But importantly for British Columbia, that's another run to their score. We said they needed a couple quiet overs. We said they need a couple cheap wickets. Gangasani, this has been a quiet over so far. He's picked up the big wicket of Aaron Johnson. He needs to finish off well. He's got 2 balls left in his spell. This time, and again, Ravinder Paul Singh just dabbing that down on the leg side, running through for a single. 83 for 2 now is British Columbia. 84 for 2 after 7, is British Columbia. And the required rate has crept up to 10. They won't be worried about that. That's very doable at this level, especially with 2 Canadian internationals out. For Quebec, they're going to want a couple of wickets. They're going to want to peg them back. 18 balls to go, 30 runs required. Their 2 main bowlers are done. Param Joshi 1 for 15 off 2. Ramki Gangasani 1 for 15 off 2. They've gone 4 overs for 30. The rest of the team has gone 3 overs for 54. So again, they need somebody else to step up. Gangasani and Joshi have done their job. 4 overs for 30 for 2 wickets. The rest of the bowlers have bowled 3 overs and been gone for 54. They need somebody else to step up, and it's going to be Suresh Ramkissoon to come back into the attack. He went for a few early. He went for 20 off his first over, and he's being asked to do a job now for the team. .84 for 2 after 7 is British Columbia. Shreyas Mova having a chat with his left arm spinner. They need 30 off 18. Bhupinder Singh just 1 off 3. Ravinder Pal Singh 6 off 4. And this one is launched high, long, deep. Ramkissoon puts his head into his shirt as he didn't want to have a look at that, as that's gone all the way into the other ground. And that's an absolute mammoth 6. Ravinder Pal Singh deposits that over deep mid-wicket. They all count for the same, whether it's a meter behind the boundary or 100 meters behind the boundary, but that's 6 runs for Ravinder Pal Singh. That's made things a little bit easier now. First ball going for 6. Ramkissoon, as the sun comes out, shadows now creeping in onto the surface. Ramkissoon to Ravinder Pal Singh. This time hitting down the ground. So that's a better ball from Ramkissoon. That's what he needs to do. He's got to put that first ball out of his mind. He's got to bowl. He's got to do a job for his team. He's gone for 27 so far in his 1.2, but he's got to do a job here for his team. Can he take a wicket here? Can he find a way to get through Bhupinder Sahal? And now it's Ramkissoon to Bhupinder. False start for him. And again, there was a heavy rainfall for just over an hour. So my ball might be a little bit slippery out there for Ramkissoon. And this time, on the stumps, Bhupinder Singh hits that out to deep mid-wicket. He's looking to come back for 2. Ravinder Pal Singh, there is a misfield, but Ravinder Pal Singh had given up on that. So again, 92 for 2 now in 7.3. 22 runs remaining off 15 deliveries. Ravinder Pal Singh 13 off 6. Bhupinder Singh 2 off 4. Ramkissoon has gone for 28 in 1.5 overs. 1.3 overs for 28. Can he get a wicket here? That's what Quebec needs. They need a wicket. They need to break this partnership. This time going for the sweep again, but this is coming behind square, and this is going to go all the way. Ravinder Pal Singh, that's his arc. That's his area. Loves that slog sweep. And this time, more of a conventional sweep across the ground as that finds the boundary, and British Columbia now racing away to this total. Just 18 runs to go now, and this should be rudimentary from here on forth. British Columbia 96 for 2 off 7.4. And going again, but this time, all he can manage to do is hit it high in the air. Shreyas Mova is under it. He's got the gloves. We said they needed a wicket. What will that do to this chase? They don't need many. They just need 18. But they lose their captain, Ravinder Pal Singh, as he goes for 17 off 8. Looking for a repeat of that last delivery. Deposited the other one for 4. But that one, hitting it, only managed to hit it straight up in the air. And he's got to go. His job is done for today. But he's done his job. 17 off 7 for him. 17 off 8 for him, sorry. 1-4 and 1-6 in that innings. And now, and in walks Uday Singh to join Bhupinder Singh. Bhupinder Singh just 2 off 4. They've only got 18 left. 18 to go in 13 deliveries. This should be fairly easy for BC, but you never know in cricket, folks. A couple dot balls here, and the pressure could start to mount. 96 for 3. Ramkissoon has gone for a few in his spell to date. 32 off his 1.5. He needs to finish the spell off well. Can he take a second wicket? Can he get a dot ball? 3 men out on the leg side. Deep cover out. Long off, long on. Deep mid wicket, deep square leg. Uday Singh looking to attack. This time through the gap. It's wide of the man, and Bhupinder Singh coming back. Uday Singh has to scramble. The helmet flying off, but manages to get through for 2. And now that chase just getting a little bit easier. 16 runs off 12 deliveries. Just 8 runs and over. 98 for 3 after 8. This has been a very exciting game. Quebec looked ahead of the game at the halfway mark. Shreyas Mova with a brilliant half century. But the opening partnership of Aaron Johnson and Dilpreet Singh Bajwa have taken this game away from Quebec. They're well on top now. 98 for 3 after 8. Just 16 runs to go. Just in 12 deliveries. Who's it going to be? They got to find... Their 2 main bowlers are done. Gangasani done. Param Joshi done. They did their job. And it looks like it's going to be Premaraj Prematash. Premaraj Prematash into bowl. He said he likes to be called Pooley earlier. I had a chat with him during the rain delay. He said he wants to be called Pooley, so we'll call him Pooley from here on forth, folks. But he's got a job to do now with the team. It's going to be left arm seam from him. But he's choosing to go around the wicket, so he's going to work on that angle. He's going to look to bowl that angle across the left-hander in Bhupinder Singh. The field for Pooley. Fine leg, deep mid-wicket, long off, long on, deep cover. 1 man in the ring on the leg side. That's at mid-wicket. And Bhupinder Singh, this is high in the air. The man working hard to get to it, but it's going to fall short. They're going to come back for 2. And again, we mentioned it a little bit earlier, the luck going British Columbia's way. A top edge going British Columbia's way as well, as Bhupinder Singh comes back for 2. And that's an ideal start to the over for them, as that now brings up the 100. They're now 100 for 3, just 14 to go now off 11 deliveries. Premaraj, Pooley to continue. And this time, bowling across the left-hander, and it's been called a wide. It's been called a wide. That's not something you can afford. So the first 1 legal delivery in this over so far. 3 runs to the British Columbia score. Now just 13 required off 11. Pooley, you've got to find a way. You've got to find a way. Can he get another wicket here for his team? Can he put together a few dot balls? Bhupinder Singh hanging back in his crease. This is hit out to deep backward square leg. The fielder there doing the job as he cuts it off. So just a single. It's a favorite area for Bhupinder Singh. He likes that little paddle down the leg side. And now British Columbia just need 12 runs. They've got 10 balls to do it. 102 for 3 after 8.2. Uday Bhagwan Singh, 2 off the 1 delivery he's faced. Bhupinder Singh, 5 off the 6 deliveries he's faced. And now coming over the wicket to the left-hander again. To the right-hander. Looking to make use of that angle. 2 men behind square on the offside in the ring. And that's going to be a dead ball. As that one just slips out of the hand. We talked about this. We talked about the rain. It rained heavily for just over an hour. So the rain's going to play an effect here. As that ball just slipping on the hand. No harm done, however. The 5 men out for the right-hander. Deep square leg. Deep mid-wicket. Long on, long off. Deep cover. There are 2 men in the ring on the offside behind square at point and short third man. As this time now going across. This is hit high in the air. This should be caught. It is going to be caught. And there's the wicket that Quebec was looking for. And now Uday Bhagwan has to go. He just made 2 off 2. British Columbia now 102 for 4. 102 for 4 now in 8.3. As Uday Bhagwan Singh departs, trying to get some quick runs for his team and trying to end this in a hurry. And now we have Harmandeep Bahia. Harmandeep Bahia coming into bat. Harmandeep Bahia coming to join his counterpart Bhupinder Singh. He's been out there for 6 deliveries. He's managed 5. Harmandeep Bahia is going to be at the non-striker's end. Pooley picking up the important wicket of Uday Bhagwan Singh. And now 12 runs needed off 9. Can he get another here? Can he make this a little bit more interesting? Going across his stumps. He saw him going and too wide. It's very difficult from that angle. Very difficult from that angle. He's got to get his radar right here, Pooley. Can't afford free runs to the BC total, as we now see short third man coming across the fine leg. Apologies, he's now moving across the square leg. So again, they know Bhupinder Singh likes to play that shot, likes to paddle it off his legs. Pooley's got to find his length here in his line. Walking across the stumps again, and this one's hit in the air. It's paddled down, but it's coming to us, and that's going to be the boundary that they were looking for. 4 runs to Bhupinder Singh. He's played that shot on almost every delivery he's faced. This time, making the connection that he wanted, and it's gone all the way to the boundary for 4 runs. The score now, 107 for 4 after 8.4. 8 balls to go. 8 balls to go, and just 7 now needed. They're almost home, is British Columbia. They're almost home. You never know. You got to take this into the last over. You never know what can happen. For Quebec, they're going to want a wicket here. They need this. They need to get the wicket of Bhupinder Singh. Pooley into Bhupinder Singh. This time going across the stumps, hit over the offside. There is a man out there, and he's going to be out. He's got to go. He's got to go. 9 off 8, he's been able to manage. And now, adds another variant to this game. 7 off 7, but they've lost their Canadian international, Bhupinder Singh. British Columbia now, 107 for 5 in 8.5. Yashwant Reddy on the boundary there, making that catch look easy. And as one Canadian international departs, another Canadian international strides out in Udaybir Singh Walia. 7 runs required now off 7 deliveries. Bhupinder Singh walks back. Udaybir Singh Walia comes in. Harmandeep Bahia yet to face a delivery. Udaybir Singh Walia yet to face a delivery at the non-striker's end. Pooley getting 2 wickets in this over. Has gone for 9, but has picked up 2 important wickets for his team. 1 delivery left to go for him. Can he get a dot ball? Can he get another wicket? This one going across from the inside edge, but they're going to run through. They're running hard. They're going to push for 2, and they're going to get him. As they get 2 off the inside edge to square leg. The ball not crossing the 30-yard circle. Nobody there. And they pick up 2 important runs for their team. Bahia, 2 off 1. Udaybir Singh Walia yet to face. 109 for 5 and 9. They just need 5 runs off 6 deliveries. At the halfway mark, this looked to be a very difficult chase. British Columbia has brought it all the way to 109 for 5 off 9. 1 over to go, 5 runs to win. Who's it going to be? And it looks like it's going to be Harsimranjit Sindar, who's been tasked to bowl the last over. He's been tasked to defend 5. It's all to play for here for Quebec and British Columbia. It's a battle of the leading sides in this group. The winner of this likely to top the table. Sindar to Bahia. This one hit high in the air. Sorry to Udaybir Singh Walia. This one's hit high, and he's got to go. First ball of the 10th over. First ball of the last over. And Walia has to go without troubling the scorers. That is a big wicket. Huge wicket. Canadian international Udaybir Singwalia has to go. Sindar with the wicket. And that now has made things a little bit more interesting. 5 runs needed. 5 deliveries to go. 109 for 5. Apologies, 109 for 6 now off 9.1. They're going to use all their batting stocks here. Doesn't matter how many wickets you get. The total that they need is 114. They need 5 runs. Nawab Singh Cheema comes out to join Harmandeep Bhaiya. And now Sindar with a wicket off his first ball. Can he get another? Can we get a dot ball? Bhaiya looking to hit, and this is a dot ball. It indeed is a dot ball. Bhaiya looking to swing this one away over mid-wicket. Looking to end it with one shot. Misses out. And this now is getting more and more interesting by the ball. 5 runs needed, 4 balls left. 109 for 6, British Columbia. Bhaiya down this has been hit to long on. Nawab Singh Cheema looking to come back. Deepak Pabla with the fumble allows them to come back for 2. That's not what they needed. He needed to collect cleanly. He would be run out if he collected cleanly. Instead, it's 2 runs to the team. Harmandeep Bhaiya with 2 runs for his team. The score now 111. 111 for 6. 3 balls to go. 3 runs remaining. Nawab Singh willing to sacrifice his wicket there for the team. Sindar to Bhaiya. This one looking to go. This is hit down the ground again. Another chance for Pabla. Nawab Singh is going to come back. He's going to be run out. A direct hit from Pabla. Indeed, he's run out. Nawab Singh Cheema looking to sacrifice himself for the team. Being run out under the circumstances. And he's got to go without facing a delivery. The score now 112 for 7 in 9.4. 2 balls to go. 2 runs to go. It's all to play for here. The winner of this tops the table. The winner of this gets bragging rights in this group. And now, 112 for 6. We're going to catch our breath here, folks. Anup Ravi walks in. He is a batsman. He's a wicket-keeper batsman. He opened the innings in the earlier match. He just needs 2 runs. Just 2 runs off 2 balls on Anup Ravi. And Sindar has bowled an immaculate over here so far. And this one, it's wide outside off. And it's a wide. It is a wide. Scores are level. Scores are level. Scores are level. British Columbia 113. That's not what was needed. He's complaints from Shreyas Mova. He thought he had him stumped. He believed he had him stumped. Umpire says not out. We got to keep going with this game. 113 for 7. The scores are level. All the fielders have got to come in now. Let's get a dot ball, Sindar. Let's get a dot ball. Let's make this more interesting. 1 run to win, 2 balls to go. We said it earlier, we've had thrillers for the final matches on both days, on day 1 and 2. We're having an absolute thriller of a match here. Sindar to Ravi. This one's hit and he's bowled him! He's bowled! He's bowled! Sindar with another wicket! He's been bowled! Anup Ravi off the inside edge, looking to go over the top, and he has to walk back. British Columbia now, 113 for 8. They were well ahead of this game. They were well ahead of this game. And Sindar has bowled a special over. Bowling his first over of the match. He's taken 2 for 4 off his 5 deliveries. There's only 1 ball remaining. There's only 1 run remaining for British Columbia. Dare I say the words? Dare I utter the words? Can we see another super over? 2 days in a row, can we see another super over? 113 for 8 is British Columbia, chasing 114 to win. This has been a great comeback from Quebec. They looked all but done. They looked ahead of the game at the innings break. They looked out of it after 6 overs in this match. But they're right back in it. 1 ball to go. Scores are level. 1 run to win. Parvinder Sharma into bat. He's got to get 1. It's a tight ring around him. He's got to find a way to get some bat on ball. Harmandeep Bahia is going to be running for his life. Here we go. This one hit through the offside, and it gets through. It gets through the offside, and British Columbia has won. What a chase this has been from British Columbia. They kept us on the edge of our seats, but they've won in the end. And British Columbia does the job. They had a tough task to do, chasing 114 off 10 overs, but they've managed to do it. As British Columbia has chased down a mammoth total in 10 overs. Quebec won the toss, elected to bat. We're 64 for 1 after 8 overs when the heavens opened up. They came back to bat, asked to bat for 2 overs, made 25 of those 2, ending at 89. Ending at 89 for 2. Duckworth Lewis Smith came into play. British Columbia was asked to get 114 for 8. And that's exactly where they end. 114 for 8 after their allotted 10. Aaron Johnson, 46 off 19. Dilpreet Singh Bajwa, 29 off 16. Got him off to an incredible start. And that was enough. As Parvinder Sharma hitting the winning runs in the final over. Finishing on 114 for 8. Another incredible day here at the Canadian National Championships. We'll see you tomorrow. My name's Arslan Kadir. Please do join us. And if you're around the area, folks, it's been an incredible day of matches. It'll be an incredible day of matches tomorrow. Thank you once again. And this is Arslan Kadir.